Send this to your girlfriend that always asks you questions in the cinema hall that you do not like, that always pisses you off. Or send this to that friend who always asks questions in the cinema hall when the person could have just watched this video and gotten all the information he or she needed. All right, so Blue Beetle is a superhero published by DC Comics, and the character first appeared in 1939. So he's like one of the OGs, kind of. And although this movie is focused on Jamie Reyes, there have been three different characters who have assumed the mantle of Blue Beetle. First, an original Blue Beetle is called Dan Garrett, and he was a police officer turned archaeologist who gained powers by a scarab and then, ingesting some pills. Yeah, some vitamin X2 kind of thing. I find that weird, but it's not for me to say. The second character to assume the mantle is Ted Cord, who is kind of more mainstream than Jamie Reyes because of his friendship with Booster Gold. Now, he, unlike the first, used tech, his intelligence, gadgets, and martial arts to be Blue Beetle. And then we have Jamie Reyes, who this movie is about and is the most recent Blue Beetle. Now, after the scarab found its way to him, it fused with his spine and then granted him the powers of Blue Beetle in quotes. Now I know I've mentioned Scarab, 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 but the Scarab is a piece of alien tech. It provides like armor to whoever it fuses with. So provides armor, provides weaponry, provides a whole lot of other things, and so it's sentient and it kind of talks to him. And think of Tony Stark in his armor. That's kind of what you get from Blue Beetle. The only difference now is the scarab actually sometimes possesses, takes over his body and the armor and everything, the way Venom takes over Eddie Brock. So for Jamie Reyes, now his powers and abilities, because of the scarab gives him superhuman strength, superhuman durability, gives him some mad ass amazing technology, gives him flight. The armor itself can adapt to threats. So depending on what threat is about to face, it can adapt to it and counter it, which is like really crazy to be honest. I mean, it can form blades, it can form shields, it can make energy blast, it can do a whole lot of things. And the armor itself has wings because hey, beetles fly, right? So what is a beetle that cannot fly? The villain is known as Carapax, the Indestructible Man, and he's an archaeologist who was an ex-partner of the first Blue Beetle, Dan Garrett. Now, they were on the expedition together and actually found the Blue Beetle, but the Blue Beetle bonded with Dan Garrett. Now, he became obsessed with the Blue Beetle's power, with the Scarab's powers, and wanted it for himself. However, on an expedition to another place to find alien technology, he actually did find an alien technology which bonded him to a cybernetic armor, and then he became the Indestructible Man. Now, because he's the indestructible man and because he has cybernetic armor, he has, enhanced durability, he has super strength, he has some weapons that he has bonded and that he has fused with his own armor, and he's also a really good villain for Blue Beetle. Now, one of the reasons why I am super hyped about having that villain is because with one single character, you can connect all three Blue Beetles. Even though this is a Jamie Reyes movie, you have someone who was Dangaret's partner. You have someone who was a very, very serious antagonist of Ted Cord. And now you have that same character who just hates Jamie Reyes because he has the scarab and he wants that scarab for himself. So I'm really looking forward to it. The second reason is this is the first superhero movie that has a Latino lead, and it's good for representation and all of that. So yes, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to Blue Beetle. The trailer so far has come from the fun and cool angle, kind of like a Spider-Man, far from home, homecoming vibe, and that's what I'm getting from it. And I would like to see how it plays out, to be honest. Are you hyped for Blue Beetle? Because I am. And Blue Beetle is already out in cinemas. From today, August 18th, it's out. It's showing in cinemas nationwide. I'll be watching it this weekend. And you watch it this weekend because now you know everything you need to know about Blue Beetle before watching that movie. And if you're new to Cinemashed, hit the subscribe button below and hit the bell right beside it so you do not miss out on amazing content that I drop every week. If you are watching this on TikTok or on Instagram, follow, like, share, comment, send this to your girlfriend that always asks you questions in the cinema hall that you do not like, that always pisses you off, or send this to that friend who always asks questions in the cinema hall when the person could have just watched this video and gotten all the information he or she needed. Till next time, I'll catch you later. Peace.